Welcome to a new The X Button Reacts. This is one of your hosts, Alejandro, with me, my always lovely co-host.
Paul, hey everyone. How's it going?
So we're totally reacting to this live. We're totally not waiting until like late in the afternoon, a couple hours after this is posted, and one of us has probably have an idea of what's here. Well, another one of us doesn't know anything, with the exception of
Yes.
something that he shouldn't have seen based on where he logged in. So
Yeah. Well, at least we don't have to mention exactly what it was, but
yes.
unfortunately my luck continues with at least one piece of information. At least nothing else has been ruined for me outside of the one thing that Alejandro decided to post to social media.
Yeah. After I gave warnings to not see social media until
But
we recorded.
unfortunately, for anybody listening, I have to open social media to accept the message link invite, and I got greedy, and I was like, "Oh, okay, this isn't related to it. Let me read this," and then it was, and I was sad. Which, just to give you one brief little thing before we begin, this happened to me for Fallout 4,
Mhm.
because people were going about and spoiling things on all of the major websites at the time. And I was being very careful. It was like the day before the game came out, and it was a screenshot of Fallout 4's customization of the weapons.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, this is cool. Let me go check this out. Because you could like modulate all the weapons, and that was a big deal because that was a new thing. And in the font of Fallout 4 was plot spoilers in the modulation
I
pieces.
remember this now.
I was so mad about that because that takes effort. That takes so much effort to do, and it was amazing. But to this day, I love telling that story because of how detailed it was. And yeah, I am ready to get hype. I already told my wife to be prepared in case I scream and jump out of my chair or get really ridiculous
I can't
by
wait.
this stuff.
I can't wait.
So I'm excited.
Just press
You're
play.
excited.
Press
I'm
X
pressing
to
play.
play.
Yes. All right. Let's check it out,
There we go.
everybody.
Let's see. Hopefully the volume's good for both of us.
I'm hoping so too. Let me know if anything needs to change. Excuse me. I may bring this down just like that.
Yeah, put it at half. Put it at half. Put it at half. Or maybe.
Honestly, that didn't change at all for me.
Yeah, slightly lower. Slightly lower.
Slightly lower. All right. So what are we looking at? We got some monsters. We got some castles.
You will see.
Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Is this the that story based? Let me see. Okay, hang on a second. What is this, like Bloodborne theme crossover?
It might as well be, right?
Yeah. Monster Hunter X Bloodstain.
Rise.
All right, cool. It's their first expansion.
Mm-hmm. For the Monster Hunter that came out this year.
Yes, and I hear Rise did really well, so I'm really glad for that.
Oh, look at that, summer 2022. They said that this was a winter Nintendo Direct.
Well, didn't they say at the start that there was anything shown could actually be incorrect for release dates because of COVID-19?
Yeah, no,
Hello,
look, to keep in mind that
I'm
something could be
Yoshiaki
delayed.
Koizumi, and I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct. What you just saw was the first trailer for Monster Hunter
So
Rise.
it's accurate
Sunbreak,
until
the
proven
massive
otherwise.
expansion
more
for
or
Monster
less.
Hunter Rise.
Which is always good to always mention.
Our friends
We
at
should
Capcom
never
are
forget
working
that
on
we're
many
still in
new
the
elements that will
middle of a
enhance the
living
experience
nightmare.
for players
Yeah.
of Monster Hunter Rise, including new stories, locales,
Where everything that releases is a
monsters.
miracle.
And, although not touched on in the
that.
trailer, new hunting actions and quest rank.
Do you ever play Monster Hunter World?
Monster
Yeah.
Hunter Rise.
That
Sunbreak
was one thing I was
is
going to
scheduled to
mention
release
is
as paid
World.
DLC
I
in
went
summer
hard on that. A
2022.
lot of my
Same.
friend group got it,
Please stay tuned.
so I was
for
bouncing
more
between
information
friend
in the
groups
future.
playing it, and I finished
Alright,
like the story,
Let's see our first
few extra
batch of
things,
Nintendo Switch headlines.
and then I just kind of fell off.
Mhm.
But mad respect for what
Party
it's
during the day or at night.
'cause that was a
It's
great
almost
game.
time to party!
Yay, Mario Party.
In the Mario Party Superstars
Superstars.
game. Along with Spaceland and Peach's birthday cake, several other boards make their return. Take a stroll
And this is the
around
one
Woody
entirely
Woods.
made out of
Watch out for those
previous
Monty
Mhm.
moles.
games
They'll
and
change
maps,
the board's
right?
direction
Yes.
when you least expect
The one
it.
that they announced at E3.
Travel between 2 islands and Yoshi's Tropical
Which
Island.
I would have
That's got
preferred
the
if they had
star,
just added
but you
this
might
to
swap
the
places with
Super Mario
Bowser at the last
Party
second.
game
Exactly.
already.
Party day
But,
and
hey,
night in horror.
Nintendo got a Nintendo.
That
Nintendo
King Boo
is
statue
gonna
harmless during
Nintendo.
the day, but at night it'll swipe stars from unsuspecting players. Need a break from boards? Head to Mount Minigames and play in minigame-only
Yeah.
courses. Compete against players worldwide for the longest win streak in survival. Or work together
Is the stream
in the
working for you
cooperative multiplayer
right now? Like,
tag
no,
Yeah,
no,
this-
not shopping. It's
No.
working much
Minigames
better
will
for
have
me, like,
7 courses
for
available.
you to share it than I sharing it
Alright.
for you,
Boards
because
and minigame support
so
online
far it's
play.
looking
This
fine.
is perfect for me.
So invite family, friends,
obviously,
and
I get
frenemies, and get ready for the party of a lifetime. Mario Party Superstars
Miss a good
launches
Mario
on the
Party
Nintendo
game.
Switch system October
soon.
29th. Pre-orders are available now.
I mean, you can always
on
play with your
Nintendo
wife.
eShop.
True. She's
A
wanted
new
one of these.
RPG is in the cards.
Here
Alright,
we
what
go.
are we looking at?
Let's see what nonsense we
Welcome to
see.
Voice of Cards.
Voice of cards. I wish my character art looked like this.
So does the soundtrack not seem familiar?
Not to me.
At the Queen's behest,
Near
you'll
Automata?
set off on a fantastical
Oh.
journey to slay
Well-
a fearsome dragon for honor and fortune.
I mean, it's got
Everything in
a
this realm is represented as cards.
soft
from the
feel to it.
protagonist
I was
Mhm.
kind of thinking
to
more.
shops,
Oh, what is
towns, and environments.
Final
In this
Fantasy
fresh
X,
take
maybe?
on tabletop
Yeah,
RPGs,
I never played 10, so I don't
you'll
have that
square off
frame of
with
reference.
trendiest
Okay.
card battles, where your skills and a little bit of luck will determine the victor.
Okay, so they're going. I get it. Okay,
Full Yu-Gi-Oh.
full Hearthstone.
A spellbinding experience from the creative minds of Yoko Taro. And
Oh,
Saito is about to
That's
unfold.
why.
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely. I don't think he would have done this art though.
Voice
This
of
is
Cards.
different.
Yeah.
Wild Dragon Roars.
But I love
launches
this
on
October
Nintendo Switch
28th.
October 28th. Pre-orders and a
Oh,
free demo
gosh.
will be available.
I'm definitely
Why
gonna
is
try that
this
demo.
Nintendo
Yeah.
eShop.
Why are they waiting till this late to do this stuff? My goodness. Like this is
Nintendo
what-
knows the magic of the
Become a
impulse buy.
hero Or an absolute
Hey.
disaster of a human
Hey, you
being.
played that?
That's. I forgot to finish that.
You awaken in a hotel room
It's
in
just
the
so
city of
dense.
Revachol, devoid of your memories.
I feel this would be the
Soon,
perfect
you learn
game
that
to
you're
play
a
on
detective and get entangled in a
Switch
strange
because
murder
of the
case.
top-down
Groundbreaking
perspective.
role-playing adventure, Disco Elysium,
Very
The Final
isometric.
Cut. As you interrogate people and uncover clues, internal dialogues will begin. To investigate, you'll need the help of the 24
It was
skills
really
living within you.
unique and really fun to delve into.
Your behaviors and available choices will
um,
change depending on how you develop these
man.
skills, directly impacting how the story progresses.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the next sale to probably get
What
it
sort
on
of detective
get it on
will you
PS5.
become?
I would say
Disco
wait.
Elysium,
is
the
a
final
good
cut,
idea.
launches digitally on Nintendo Switch October 12th. The physical version of the game will launch early 2022. Pre-orders for the digital version begin today.
I'm
on
down for
Nintendo
this digital version now, physical version later.
eShop. Uncover more stories in Hyrule
boy.
Warriors: Age of Calamity.
So is
I
this, like,
really,
other-
really like the demo of this game. I haven't bought the game, but I really, really enjoyed it.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Somebody told me that there was some very strange details that happened in Age of Calamity that could
Mhm.
really affect Breath of the Wild too.
Same, yeah. I talked about that with PJ when we did the post E3 episode, and
Maybe that's what because I did listen to that episode a little bit,
And about that courageous friend of yours,
and
it seems
I don't know
owe him
if I
as
like
well.
that.
The king of Hyrule must not fall!
that they pretty much make this game essential play.
Yeah,
We'd better
And-
partner up on this, don't you think?
they just kind of undo a lot of the stuff that happened in the
won't
first
harm.
game
Mhm.
beforehand.
Now, there's some time travel shenanigans happening in this
Yeah.
one, so
It what made me think of it was Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. All right, guys, we just went through all that effort. Let's just undo everything.
Oh, like Star Wars Episode 7.
Ooh, yeah. Right.
Behold our power!
Take that!
What?
Time for the show! Oh yeah!
Ew, this got choppy suddenly.
Yeah, the resolution just went real down. Let me see if I can fix that.
Oh, you're watching in 480? Are you kidding me?
Lord have mercy.
Ready, set,
I feel like it wasn't
Chocobo!
like that at first.
Start your
Whoa.
engines.
Oh, this is so
Get
much
set
better.
For a new racing experience.
Is it
Race
okay
as
for
familiar
you
Final
at
Fantasy
all?
characters like Chocobo and Gilgamesh.
It got
first across the
choppier
finish
for
line.
me.
Okay, that's probably because it's trying to.
Yeah.
Edge out
I
the
can-
competition by
wait,
using
no, not
drift
that.
boost to cut corners.
Yeah, go
Magical stones called
no.
magicites are
It's
contained inside
maybe
items.
lower to like
Collect these throughout
720.
courses
Let's
to
see.
cast
Let's see.
That's what it's
fire
at.
and arrow to blast away opponents.
I changed it already.
Okay.
Acquire magicites of the same
Um,
element to cast even more
So
powerful
yeah,
spells.
this does nothing to me.
Yeah.
This is
Each
I mean,
racer
there's no
also
Mario
has
Kart
special
9,
abilities.
so Square
Use it
Enix
at
to
the
be
right
like, we'll
time
do it
to turn the
ourselves and put it as
tables.
chocobos.
yeah.
Hey, it could be worse. It could
Engine
be like
customization options will be
a dark
available, as well as
plaided
local
guy with a
online
big sword
multiplayer.
saying we're gonna kill chaos right now. So.
Yeah. I mean, you know what?
Up to 64
Jokes
players can
aside,
compete in a
if they were
bracket-style
able
tournament
to like
determine the
make
racing
a kart
champion.
game with all of the characters from Final
Chocobo
Fantasy,
GP races
that would have been
exclusively
way
onto
cooler
Nintendo
than
Switch
this.
next year.
Yeah.
I would have paid. I would have played that.
What did you think?
Like
Yeah.
seeing a chibi cloud
Before
fighting.
we show you our
We
next
didn't
video,
care. That's what we think.
We have some news about the last fighter for the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game.
Here comes the discourse.
Mr. Sakurai, the game's director, will reveal this fighter in the final Mr. Sakurai Presents video on October 5th.
Oh, so that's a nice
Everyone,
little-
like the Smash
He'll
community
also
just
show
got their
you how to
balls
use this
discolored.
fighter, so please look forward to it.
Well, I am
I'll-
so glad
It's
I
been
have
about 3
zero
years since the
care
game
was
about
released.
that. I
This
was
will be
kind of
the
hoping
last
for memes,
presentation
but
about Super Smash
that's
Bros.
kind of
Ultimate.
disappointing.
I hope you'll check
I mean,
it
we'll
out.
get those memes in a week. So
We will.
I'll
but-
definitely tune in and I want to see
Next,
the world
Please
burn.
take a look at this.
All right, let's see what we. Oh Lord.
Last of Us.
Last of Us
Nintendo-
Switch version.
Yeah,
It's
Nintendo edition.
like chibi version.
This is Left
of
Behind.
Joel and Ellie. Instead of Abby caving in Joel's skull, she shows up to Mario Golf.
Yeah. What do you think this is?
Oh, it's Kingdom Hearts.
He lives.
Uh,
He survived being thrown by. What was the character from whatchamacallit? Tekken that threw him of the
oh
and then
yeah.
he just floated.
Oh, look at Kirby getting his own game again. This is great. The Forgotten Land. Oh gosh.
Hmm. Oh, Kirby.
Kirby and Dead Rising. This is so like weirdly dissonant with the world that he's running through, which is decimated,
Uh huh. Right.
and then it's just Kirby.
Uh huh. Is Sakurai involved with this? That would be funny. Because there's been like an existential crisis happening with Sakurai. I don't know.
Ugh. I mean, we're joking, but this honestly looks really solid.
Mm-hmm. I'd be down. I
Yeah.
loved Kirby back in Nintendo 64. And jokes aside, I really loved the Kirby Air Ride from GameCube.
Is that the one?
It's kind of like a competitive one where you're like
Yeah.
boarded in a star and it's like racing and all that. That was fun.
Yeah. That is the only Kirby game I've ever played, actually.
Huh. So you
I
never
don't
played the
know
adventure
why.
ones.
Oh,
Because they haven't released Adventure Kirby since then, from what I know. Maybe they did in Wii and Wii U. I don't
They
know. I don't
made-
care.
no, they made the 2D one at least.
Oh, look, Spring 2022.
Hey,
More Spring 2022, Paul.
That was the trailer for Kirby.
The
can't
wallet
think
is
of that.
screaming.
In this new game, you can freely move around in 3D areas using familiar Kirby moves.
It has a lot of
The
like
setting
perspective,
also
like
appears to be
Super Mario
mysterious,
3D World. You know, like
filled
the
with
fixed
abandoned
fixed
structures from a
camera
past
going through the
civilization.
level. I like that.
What lies in
There's-
store for Kirby?
I realize there's a lot more of a
The
market
game
for
is
that than
scheduled to
I
release
thought
in spring
previously because
2022.
while
We hope you'll look forward
my
to
wife
Kirby's new
really loves
adventure.
games, she struggles to do the right stick movement
Next,
along with
we have
moving.
this to show you.
That
so
takes
she
a
wants-
while to really get it.
I realize just how difficult it is for a lot of people to get that idea of moving
Mm-hmm.
and turning at the same time. Hey, Animal Crossing.
Yay, more for the game that dominated last year.
I can't lie though, I absolutely needed this game when it came out.
Oh yeah, everyone needed it
Oh,
in March
dude.
2020. Because it was this or getting your head curb stomped by the Marauder in Doom Eternal, the other
Yeah,
game that
really.
came out the same day. So
Okay, so it's an Animal Crossing Direct specifically.
Mhm.
Since its launch in
I love how they're
2020,
using this
the
direct to
Animal
announce two
Crossing New
directs. We already got the
Horizons
Smash
game has
Direct
been
and now
enjoyed
this
by
one.
many players around the
We've
world.
gotten
New
borderline
free
more
content will arrive in November.
announcements for other things than
Mhm.
In preparation for its
Actually,
The new
release,
stuff.
we will be airing an Animal Crossing New Horizons Direct in October. In it, we'll go over the content in more detail.
They said free content, so that's cool.
Please be on the lookout for the air date of this
for those that
presentation.
really love it. Then
Yeah.
that's
I wish I had
Let's move
the
on to more
stomach
Nintendo
or like the
Switch
will
headlines.
to do that kind of simulating game. Like, I don't know why. Like, that's
2 games, 1 game update, and lots of fun. 4 more
Hey,
free
look.
content is coming to the Mario Golf Super Rush game. Koopa
This was
Troopa
a game I
enters
was
the
excited when it
family
was
as a
announced
playable
because
character.
of the predictions around it.
Dish
And
out tricky shots
when I read the
and
reviews and
dashes to mess
read
with
that it was very
competition.
content thin, I was like, nope,
Ninja
I'm
will
not
also be
spending
playable.
60 on this. But
Take advantage of Ninja's
at the
blinding
very
speed
least, they're
to
doing
outpace
free
opponents.
updates. So
where you cue that Snoop Dogg meme.
2 courses are also being added.
Who is Ninja? Why do I
These
care?
additions will come swinging in as a free software update later today.
I will say I do like when they're like, oh, today or tomorrow or
this?
whatever.
An invitation.
Yo, Mickey
You're
Mouse.
invited to live in a magical world with Mickey
Well,
Mouse
they
and
lost me.
dozens of Disney characters.
you only
Spend
care
time
about
with
Disney
friends.
stuff if it's in
Craft your
Kingdom
own
Hearts, right?
whimsical costumes
I
and
mean,
furniture,
not really. I
and
just don't
explore
like me
delightful
stuff.
Disney-themed
Yeah.
worlds. All
Even
downloadable
Nintendo
content
doesn't
from the
even have
original
really
Nintendo
Mii's
3DS
anymore.
version
Yeah,
is
even though they
included.
just released
Disney
Miitopia.
Magical World 2.
This is a
Enchanted
Wii
Edition
game.
Yeah.
soars onto Nintendo Switch this holiday. A beloved
Oh,
Star
look at
Wars
that.
game is coming to Nintendo Switch.
It looks
Blast
so
off to
rough.
captivating planets
It's
and
so
join
rough.
forces with Jedi, droids, and
Oh look,
outcasts
Aspire
in
is doing the
blend of action,
remake. It's
role
gonna be
playing,
very
and adventure.
taking advantage of the full
Will
of
you
the
use
next
the
gen.
Force for good,
Bro.
or will you
And
be lured to the dark side?
Switch won't be able to get that. Hey,
Your
let's put
choices
the old
determine
game from
galaxy's fate
2003.
in
This is
Star
how it
Wars:
actually
Knights of the
looks.
Old
That's
Republic,
exactly what I
launching
think
on Nintendo
is
Switch
what they're
November
doing because they
11th.
know they're not going to be able
Pre-orders
to
begin today
take
on
care of
Nintendo
the
eShop.
other thing. I will say the lightsabers look great by
Mhm.
themselves,
There's
but
one thing you must always
everything else
remember.
did not
Stay
age
human.
the best.
This
Oh, yeah,
is
yeah.
the city. Humanity's
Not
last
bad,
stronghold
Dying
against
Light.
a virus that turns people into the undead. In the cloud version of Dying Light 2, stay
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that always cracks me up that the way that
survive in
Nintendo
this
gets
brutal open-world
big
action
third
RPG.
parties
Explore
uncompromised is
alone
cloud
or with up to
versions.
3 other players in
Because they
online
can't. I
co-op
mean,
as you unravel
I'm
the
glad
dark
that they're
secrets
utilizing
of those in
technology
power
that's
during the
just
day.
busting through
Then
because
plunder
that's
the layers of
Nintendo
the
to
infected at
utilize
night.
new
Your
technology.
decisions will shape the story.
That being
But
said,
they'll also have
if they made the
consequences.
system any
No
better,
matter where your actions
They wouldn't
lead
need
you,
to.
it
there's
wouldn't need
one thing you must
But
always remember.
in
Stay
their
human.
defense, it's
While
probably
you're at it,
very
take the
difficult to make
prequel
something
on the
that
go
small
in Dying
with the
Light
power that
Platinum
Mhm.
Edition.
Yeah.
Scavenge for
Ooh,
supplies.
if only we had
craft
something
weapons,
like a
and face
like a
hordes
like a
of the
Switch
infected in a
Pro,
post-apocalyptic
Right.
open world.
but
Like if only they could
better.
make a
Dying Light 2
handheld
Stay
that
Human
would actually
cloud
have
version
PC-like
launches
specs.
on Nintendo Switch
I
February
mean,
That
even
could-
if you just
2022.
had a
A
jack
free
in it,
demo
like the
will
Switch
also
by
launch the
itself
same
is
day on
normal,
Nintendo eShop.
unchanged,
Dying
but then the
Light
dock
Platinum
has
Edition
all the power.
comes
You
Oh
just
look,
need
the
to
first
have
one's
that.
coming also.
19th.
Oh yeah, look at
Pre-orders
that.
begin today on
And that's
Nintendo
not
eShop.
a cloud version. That's cool.
That is. I'll
Utility,
give them that.
morality, or liberty.
All right, cool art. Let's see what we got.
In Triangle
Oh,
Strategy,
okay.
This is
is
the next game by the
stunning
Octopath
HD2D.
Traveler people. I think
This
this was.
kills me
Your
because
actions will
the
lead you
game
through
is
a
called
riveting story
Triangle
that changes
Strategy.
based on the
It used to be
decisions
called
you make.
Project Triangle Strategy, so
In
they
the
did
end,
they did the same thing they did with Project Octopath Traveler.
You
But the
They just
funniest thing
took
about
out
it
Project.
I cannot follow.
is
In response
That's-
to the
that's a
survey about
very-
the demo released in
I
February
wouldn't say
of this year,
controversial,
the
but
game
it's
has
a
been fine-tuned with a
time-honored
focus on
mechanic
elements that received lots of
in
feedback.
strategy games is
These include
triangle
adjustments to the
strategy,
difficulty,
where you have your
improvements to on-screen
bows
visuals,
versus lancers
camera
versus
angle
swords.
controls,
And so the fact that they just
The ability
gave
to
up and
review
said,
previous
"Oh, we're just
dialogue.
gonna call the game that one
and
mechanic that
streamlined
rules
game
all of
flow
what
and
we
loading
do."
times.
Also
mean,
say
More
the
details
art
are
style
now
of this thing
available
is
on Nintendo.com.
lovely.
It's great.
It's
Um,
so great.
Triangle Strategy will launch on Nintendo Switch
Oh, look.
March 4th,
March
2022. Pre-orders
Sorry,
begin
Gran
today
Turismo.
on Nintendo eShop.
Man,
There you go.
hey,
The game, I'm so excited, and I just need confirmation from reviews and impressions that it will be worth plopping.
You are faced with overwhelming power. Your highest priority should be simply to survive.
Yeah, I still can't believe it's been 19 years since Metroid Fusion.
great.
That blows my freaking mind.
Man,
I was
you know what?
8 when that game came out. 8.
Wow, really?
Yeah, 2002. And I'm 28 now.
This makes me
There may be a
think
very
of that
small
Strider
opportunity to escape.
remake.
Don't let your guard down.
That's something I wish could come back. Yo, so you do get some gold armor.
Mm-hmm.
All right, turn up. Oh, that looks clean.
Mm-hmm. Delay till next year. I'm just kidding.
Samus Aran, the most powerful bounty hunter in the galaxy, embarks on a new mission to the uncharted planet ZDR. Her objectives?
Yo, is this Asajj
Confirm
Ventress?
whether the deadly
Right?
X-parasite
I was gonna
still
say that.
exists, and figure out why the Emmy research robots in search of it have
It sounds like her trying to
mysteriously
do a
gone
different
dark.
voice, but maybe I'm crazy.
Early readings reveal that planet ZDR is divided into multiple environments,
That's awesome.
each with its own elements.
Yeah, that's a staple from
So-
2D Metroid, the different environments, but I wonder if you fly to the different environments or you're
Remnants of
connected
the mighty
to them
Chozo
just via
civilization
elevator.
are also scattered throughout, including evidence that the Chozo may have once called the planet their home. Visit Metroid.Nintendo.com to read Metroid Dread Report Volume 8 for a detailed account of the terrain and life forms you may encounter in the Metroid Dread game.
Alright.
Be sure to view the other Metroid Dread reports there as well. You'll want to
They're doing the
prepare
Destiny
yourself for
route?
the
Yeah, I was gonna
dangers
say, like,
that lie
they're
ahead.
doing the Grimmer cards.
Metroid Dread launches on Nintendo Switch.
Cowards
October
release
8th.
Zero
Pre-orders
Mission
are
and
available now on
Fusion.
Nintendo eShop.
Right?
How was that? Up next, we have news about Nintendo Switch Online.
There you go, let's see.
Many people have been using Nintendo Switch Online since it launched in September 2018.
Oh yeah, thank you,
In addition
Nintendo.
to
That's
the
how I
current
replayed Donkey
membership,
Kong.
We'll be adding a new membership plan.
There you go, give me the Game Boy. Because you remember the rumors that Game Boy
As a
Advance
part of
and
this new plan's content,
Game Boy Color are coming.
Really?
you'll be able to play a collection of Nintendo 64 games.
Oh!
Yes.
What?
The Nintendo 64 system launched 25 years ago. I think
Star
the system
Fox!
gave many players their
Yoo-hoo!
first 3D gaming experiences, as well as intense 4-player multiplayer
Yeah!
action. With Nintendo Switch, up to 4 people can play
The original
select
Mario
Nintendo
Tennis,
64
yeah.
games locally
I
or
freaking love that
online.
game.
Clean.
Also, with this new membership plan, in addition to the Nintendo 64 games,
Nice.
PJ just creamed
you can
himself.
play a collection of games from Sega's Genesis system.
Part of me kind of wishes I'd gotten into gaming so much
This
earlier
means you'll be
because I
able to play
missed out
these
on
classic
so much
games
of this.
whenever
stuff.
Yeah,
and
like Genesis
wherever
is
you
like,
like.
I was at the edge of the Genesis and completely
The new
missed
plan
it,
will
but
include all
N64
elements
I
of
was
the base
right up
Nintendo
there.
Switch online membership,
I wonder,
as
is
well
it
as
just
the
like
ability
an
to play the
excerpt
included
of
Nintendo 64 and
things?
Genesis games.
They're
or-
bolting it
This
on.
is Nintendo Switch Online plus expansion pack. This new membership plan will be added in late October.
Please,
Okay, so
Nintendo,
it's
just
not-
make it
Of course, you'll
$10.
still be able to
Make it
continue
like,
using
because it's
existing
20
plans.
right now.
No, but you know what this is going to be is they're still
Also,
holding it
those
over
who
you. You
have
have
an
to keep
existing
the
membership
membership if
plan
you want to
can
play all
change
these
over to the
games.
new
Oh yeah, that's how Nintendo Online is. Like,
We'll
you
share
can't
more
buy them.
details about this new membership plan at a
I
later
really
time,
wish you could just
including the exact
buy
release
Item on
date
the
and
card, yeah.
pricing information. For now, however, we'd like to announce the games that will be available when it launches.
All right.
You'll be able to play the Nintendo 64 games shown here,
Okay, so there's only like a handful.
as well as
Yeah, that
these
makes
Genesis
sense.
games.
Rise Star. Oh my
We'll also
gosh.
continue adding more Nintendo
There you go.
64 games.
Hey!
Oh look,
Legend of Zelda:
every
Majora's
Zelda,
Mask,
with the exception of
and
Wind
F-Zero
Waker
X,
and Twilight
as
Princess,
well
is
as
now on
other
the
Nintendo
Switch.
64 and Genesis games going forward.
Yeah.
There's the Kirby. That's the Kirby that I played.
Paper Mario, Banjo Kazooie.
Furthermore, we've prepared Nintendo 64 and Genesis controllers to ensure the games can be played with the same style
Oh
of
my
controls
gosh.
I love you,
from the original
Nintendo,
releases.
but no way in hell I'm buying that.
Both can be used wirelessly. These
That's-
controllers
Especially
will
at
be
that price.
available for purchase
That's
by
amazing.
any Nintendo Switch
I'm not
Online
paying
member.
them $50 for that.
Exactly. No, big no.
We hope you'll look forward to this new membership plan. Nintendo Switch Online plus expansion
How does
pack.
Nintendo get such good stuff
Let's
going
see a
on,
few more
and then they
Nintendo
just
Switch
take
headlines.
all of the air out of it immediately?
hmm
Ah.
I mean, you don't
There's
need
plenty
to
to play
buy those
in these
controllers. That's just if you want to like play
No,
them.
not just that, just everything involving.
Cyberpunk meets
Shadowrun
fantasy in this
trilogy.
3-game collection
Hey,
of cult
Cyberpunk.
classic RPGs. As a Shadowrunner
That's,
mercenary, you'll explore a dystopian
that was
future
the
where magic
360
has
game, wasn't it?
reawakened.
Shadowrun, there was
fantasy
like a
creatures have come
multiplayer
back to
360
life.
game. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was based on this.
Okay.
Immersive branching narratives, skill-based character growth.
That's why everyone
Driven
cried foul of that
turn-based tactical
Shadowrun
combat
360 game
away in
because it was like,
Shadowrun
this is not
trilogy.
Shadowrun.
Launching on Nintendo
Okay,
Switch next
okay.
year.
Because I was like, this does not
The
remind
perpetual
me of
struggle
Oh, there
against
it
Count
is.
Dracula continues.
Those
Yo!
games were
Castlevania
freaking
Advanced
amazing
Collection
on the
brings together
GBA.
4 classic
This is
Castlevania
exactly
games
what I would
with
want.
deathly
Oh, I
beautiful
will
graphics
absolutely
and
wanna get
hauntingly
this.
epic music.
I've
For
always wanted to
Rewind,
play like
Quick
Aria of
save
Sorrow
and button mapping
and
features will also vamp up or
I'm blanking
ramp
on
up
some
your fight
others.
against evil. All regional versions of each
Oh,
game, as well
that's-
as a gallery mode with never-before-seen
Please.
artwork, are included.
Oh yes.
Castlevania
Yes.
Advanced Collection.
That's what I
launches on
need.
Nintendo Switch later today.
Today.
An almighty classic returns.
Go buy it.
Where's my Switch? Hang on. It's somewhere around here. I have to go back. What am I looking at?
The classic Super NES game ActRaiser returns on Nintendo Switch, now remastered in HD. As the Lord of Light,
The internet
Almighty
lost
God,
its
only you can
mind
save
over this.
mankind from the forces of time.
This thing?
The Lord
Yeah.
of Dark. You'll wage war in 2 phases.
It's
First, strike down monsters in the side-scrolling action phase to liberate the lands.
Because
from
this
the
is a
grasp
classic
of
that's
evil.
getting remastered.
Master
It's like a
swordsmanship
forgotten
and
classic.
magic to vanquish all
Yeah,
who stand in
'cause
your path.
if I'm honest,
Then,
I've never heard
cultivate
of
the
it.
lands
Me
you've
neither,
liberated in
so
the world
this-
building creation phase.
But the people
It
that I
looks
follow that are
neat to
older,
me,
they
though.
Structures will be
they were the
destroyed
ones that
to
were
make way for new ones,
losing their
creating a flourishing
minds over
civilization.
this thing even existing
As
because
you
there
do
has
so,
apparently been
your
one of
powers
these
will
in Super
increase, giving
Nintendo.
you an edge in both phases.
All
Alternate
right.
between the original and rearranged versions of the beloved soundtrack and enjoy brand new
I mean,
music.
if you loved your
New stages
OG
and new boss battles
Castlevania
also
and
await.
Bloodstain, this honestly
ActRaiser
looks
Renaissance
really dope.
descends
Mhm.
onto Nintendo Switch later today.
Yeah, another game that's
And
out
another
today.
game today. Look at that.
A new chapter is
Oh,
about to
Deltarune?
unfold.
Mm-hmm. Which is free on PS4. I downloaded today.
I'm just not into that. I never played Undertale, and I don't really have any desire to. Part of it is because, like, by the time I really understood what it was, people kind of explained what the deal was with it.
I never played Undertale.
Me
So
neither. But a lot of people say, oh, it doesn't matter if you like know the truth of it all, like doesn't ruin it, but I don't think I would enjoy it as much.
Yeah, I feel it's reached the point where it's so overhyped that I don't know if I would get it. But
It's the same reason I never played Doki Doki Literature Club, because like I watched somebody play that and I enjoyed myself, and then I was like, all right, I don't need to really worry about this. What am I looking at?
it's like a huge smorgasbord of things.
I forget that comes out this month. I actually forget. I was really excited about that too. Because I used to play the Nintendo 64 Hot Wheels game a lot.
There it is, Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Good for them.
Still supposed to come out this year.
Don't think it's my thing, but breakfast.
Pac-Man.
The X.
Rune Factory 5.
Rune
Oh,
Factory.
they finally put the date on this. This was announced like 2 years ago.
I forgot about that.
How's everything? There are still a few more announcements in
Pretty
today's
good,
Nintendo
sir.
Direct.
But-
Koizumi-san,
Oh, Miyamoto-san.
Ah!
What brings you in?
I wanted to make an announcement, so I was hoping I could
Is
step
this
in.
the thing that...
Oh, of course.
Yes, it is.
Everyone, I'm Shigeru Miyamoto. We've previously announced that I have been working with the Hollywood movie studio Illumination
Okay.
and its CEO and producer Chris Meledandri-san, who are known for movies like Despicable Me and
I can't
Sing,
lie, though.
in making a full-length
Mario
animated
with
Mario movie for the
Illumination
big screen.
is gonna look
Today,
so
I
good.
wanted to announce its theatrical release timing. Ta-da! The movie will be released in theaters in holiday 2022.
This is what Miyamoto
The
does
release
these
date for
days.
North America is on December 21st and will
Like,
be
yeah,
announced
screw
in
it, I'll
release
just
dates
make
for
a
Japan,
Mario
Europe,
movie.
and other regions at a later timing. It'll be a while longer until we can share a glimpse of Mario in action on the big screen. But today, I also wanted to reveal our key cast members who will be voicing Mario and his friends in the movie. First, of course, is Mario.
Like he watched the
Who will be
Lego
played by
movie
Chris
and went, oh, okay, so this is
He's
what
so
we're
cool.
doing.
Mario
Oh,
will be
God.
talking a lot in the movie. Please look forward to Mario as performed by the very talented Chris-san.
Chris-san.
Next, Princess Peach will be played by Anya Taylor-Joy.
Okay.
I can't wait to see a very spirited Princess Peach. Mario's little
This is
brother
probably the
Luigi
funniest
will be
thing.
played
Yeah.
by Charlie Day.
I mean, we
I'm
got
excited
Pepe
for you to see this
Sylvia. He's
timid
gonna,
sibling
the guy
appear
from
on
Pepe
screen.
Sylvia is gonna be Luigi.
Can you imagine? Oh,
Played
Lord.
by the one and only Jack Black. I'm expecting a monster performance by Jack's son. The comedian Keegan-Michael Key will be playing Toad. I'm looking forward to great comedic moments. Even though this is a Mario movie, Donkey Kong will also be making an appearance. He will be played by Seth Rogen. I'm eager for you to see a humorous Donkey
This
Kong
ain't
with
April's
Seth Rogen.
Fool's fault. This is happening.
Oh my God.
And of course, Charles Martinet, who has voiced Mario and many more Nintendo characters in our games over the years, is also involved.
They have the guy that voiced Mario, but hey, let's pick Chris Pratt.
We also have
Oh my
more incredible
gosh.
talent joining the film to play some of our other beloved characters.
Oh my God.
That is all I can share with you today about
This is
the
not a
movie.
prank.
This is a very collaborative project between Illumination and Nintendo. We've all been coming up with all sorts of ideas, and I myself
Nintendo
am
wins
enjoying
2021 by
crying.
this.
This is a little bit different from making games. It
Okay,
may be a
I
while
mean,
until we can share more updates,
it's
but I hope
it's
you look
exactly
forward
what
to
I
it.
would expect.
Koizumi-san,
That's the
back to you.
problem. It's
Please look forward to Mario's adventure jumping into the world of motion pictures. Next, we'd like to show you this.
Oh my God.
I can't wait for
Alright,
PJ's
what
reaction
else?
if he manages to stay out of internet.
Splatoon. Okay.
Mhm. Do you play 1 and 2?
I played like a very small amount of 1. I think it's just not my thing.
I played the demo, that like a limited demo from 2. It was
I
fine.
understand like why it has such a good and loyal cult following, Because I mean, you really took one of the coolest ideas behind Mario Sunshine and made an entire competitive shooter out of it. But I also, whenever I look at it and think, oh, I could play this, I just think, well, I'd rather go play a different game. And
So I think that why a lot of people simp for this series is because this was the first original IP for Nintendo when it came out in 2015. Because before that, it was always Mario, Zelda, Donkey Kong, like, you know, the tried and true. They had not done like a new IP, and this was it.
Yeah,
So,
that's fair. I mean, the fact that they took any sort of risk at all is, you know what?
very
I
on
give them
Nintendo, very
respect.
non Nintendo, and that first game is so beloved because it really grew a lot.
I mean, the character designs by itself are fantastic. Just the world is really cool. The world building as well, even though it's not like center stage. The fact that people have such a solid understanding of this world that doesn't get covered like at all, is really impressive.
I know 2 was very well supported. Also, they even had a campaign to it. It's kind of what we talked about on the podcast. That my big thing with Nintendo is because most of those things never go on sale.
Yeah,
It's
true.
like it makes it harder to like justify. I think this is one like Splatoon 2 maybe a few times has gone to $41.99. That's like as low as they usually go, but yeah.
Hello, everyone. I'm a
What up, dude?
researcher from the Squid Research Lab. I've been meticulously studying the mysterious squids
Miyamoto.
that can transform
cooler
into
Miyamoto.
humanoid form. What you just saw was the latest research footage from Splatoon 3. Allow me to share a
I'm
bit
gonna
of what we
see-
know so far. Splatoon 3 takes
While
place
this happens,
in
I'm gonna
Splatsville.
look up and see
It's
if
known as the city of chaos.
that new
Centered around
Castlevania
Splatsville are the Splatlands.
It should be up.
on
A place
anything.
long
In fact, I'm
inhabited by
looking it up
advanced sea
right now.
creatures
I'm actually
such as
looking it up and
squids
seeing if
and
it's on
octopuses.
anything
Buildings
besides
spanning
the Switch,
several
honestly.
generations are crammed into
When
the
because there's been
creating
leaks
its
about the
distinctive
Castlevania thing
culture.
going for a few weeks now.
Turf
Really?
appears to be a
They put it in
popular
everything.
activity.
So
Its basic rules are
Yeah,
unchanged.
if that's the case, then
Two
I may
4-player
just pick it up
teams
on my
compete
PS5,
against each other to ink the
because
most area.
I don't think I really need the
However,
the
the
mobility.
trend seems to have undergone
I
a
want
major
that big
shift,
screen, even
with
if
the
it's
existence of
a,
new main and special
even
weapons
if it's a Game Boy
confirmed
Advance
in the
game
footage.
mhm.
ported.
In the latter
Oh, yeah.
portion of the footage,
My
I
my
mean,
excuse
I-
is my excuse is
observe
trophies.
activities from story mode, the
That's true.
single-player campaign.
Just that by itself.
Return of the mammalians.
Meaning the reappearance of mammals appears
I
to
don't
be
even know
the
what's
theme
going on
of story
here,
mode this time around. What could this possibly mean in a world where all mammals, except for 2 cats, have vanished?
Yeah, sure enough. So coming to PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, and PC.
It appears that
later
there's still a
I'm
lot
curious
to
about
uncover,
KOTOR. I wonder if because every Star Wars game
but we'll continue
that
the
it's announced that
research
one of
and
these
keep you
Nintendo
updated
things,
on
they
what small
always show up on
results become
PlayStation.
available.
Like Jedi Knight 2, Jedi
Please look forward
Outcast,
to more.
You're absolutely
Splatoon
right. I'm
3.
gonna look that up.
and Jedi Academy were announced at a Nintendo Direct, but were also coming to PlayStation, same as the
Updates to come.
Republic Commando.
See you next time.
So, what did you think?
I love this because it's
Splatoon
always,
3
what do you
taking
think? What do you
place in
think?
a
He
new
always
world
does that.
is
It's always
scheduled
very
to
endearing.
release in 2022.
They all are super
Please
wholesome.
look forward to future updates.
I give them.
So here's the thing, like Splatoon
Props.
3 was a
Okay,
2023
this is
announced
the
game. They
last
pushed
trailer
it
we
up.
have to show you today. Please take a look.
Oh. All right. Let's see what is this? What is this? Bayonetta, platinum. I saw platinum.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid for the Switch. Oh, what is this? This is something else.
Oh, by the way, this is breaking news. Crystal Dynamics is teaming up with the Initiative to work on Perfect Dark. That's
Really?
interesting because that game apparently can't just be handled by the Initiative. So
Weird. This makes me think of Astral Chain, but I know it's not that. It's the aesthetic is different.
yeah, well, Platinum did Astral Chain, so
This is it's Luigi's Mansion 4. You know, they kind of have armor that reminds me of Ashura's Wrath, but
E for platinum.
yo, it's the dudes from Psychopaths. Oh, yep, it was.
It's alive. The game that they announced in 2017.
Bad boy.
This was announced at Jeff Keighley's Game Awards in 2017.
I'm loving the Oh, I'm loving this change.
It seems I'm unfashionably late. But I'm ready.
Man, the tones of Bayonetta are so...
These wild braids. Oh my gosh. I wish I'd played these games when they came out.
I played the first one. I never played the second
looking
one because I
back-
didn't have a Wii U.
Right, because it was an exclusive. I don't. Did they ever make the second?
Yeah,
one?
those have remained in Nintendo.
No,
Like,
but did they ever make it on the Switch?
yeah, Bayonetta
Okay.
1 and 2 are on the Switch, and they were at full price. So, you know me, I was like, yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna do that. I may be a Devil May Cry simp, but I'm not that much of a Devil May Cry simp. This is killing me. I love this. That's the other thing it made me think of. At first, this trailer made me think of the Bullet Witch game. Do you remember that?
I think.
It was like a very mid-level, like 360 and PS3 era game, I think. But it was just during that sort of weird, let's experiment with anime, but also be a third-person shooter kind of phase.
It's good to know that it's alive because this and Elden Ring have been the two games that a lot of people were like, where is it? Where is it? At E3, everyone was like, where's Bayonetta 3? So.
You know what they need to stop being cowards about and re-release freaking Transformers Devastation for all of us normal folk?
Yeah, because you missed it.
No, I had it, but it's they removed it from the store. Because
and you never bought it digitally, because if you buy anything digital, even if it's removed, you can always re-download it.
Trailer for Bayonetta
Really?
3.
Yeah.
Oh, then I'm about to go re-download that.
Yeah, because like you own the license. Yeah, you own the license. So everything that is removed, you can always replay.
I could have sworn if they delisted it, you could go
No,
back.
that's not how it works. They would be in legal trouble if that would happen. If something is delisted but you bought it, you can always play it digitally.
No, whatever happened to Scott Pilgrim? You couldn't buy that even if you had it digitally. That's what happened to me on 360.
Yeah, but that was different. That was 360.
Oh.
But you can
Okay,
always
so you're
re-download it
saying
if you had it.
now
No,
it's
but no,
different.
that's the thing. That's always how it happened. If
Really?
if something is delisted, as long as you had purchased it while it was still listed, you have it forever. You can re-download it forever. You own that.
Okay.
So what do you
Okay, so
think?
PT is also a different example.
Yeah. Yeah, PT was different
Well-
because the PT example is that Konami went so far as to try to go to Sony service to try to extract it out of there.
Yeah.
That was a very extreme case, and Sony allowed it because it was a demo. That's the only reason why that happened. But anything that you have to buy, you own that license forever. Like it's your right as a consumer.
That's gonna be that's gonna be nice to know. So yeah, I overall I would say it was above average.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, we had such great things, even if it wasn't really my thing. We had Splatoon 3, we had Bayonetta 3, we had so many other things that I just can't think of off the top of my head. But stuff that I was interested in, your Castlevania Advance collection, which is where a lot of people consider their favorite Castlevanias to be.
Oh yeah, that was the golden era of the Metroidvania / Castlevania.
For sure.
So-
A lot of people being able to actually play Nintendo 64 games and Sega Genesis games, which, I mean, they always start with a handful and then kind of work their way up from there. And this is where a lot of people are going to be super into that.
Just thinking about the eventuality of GoldenEye, if they were able to ever make that
they
work.
could do GoldenEye on the Switch, it's over.
I mean,
There's so
because
many
there's the thing, like
people.
Banjo-Kazooie is Microsoft owned. Like, and
You can
they're
still go
they're
back
letting
and
it
play
happen
that,
here.
can't you?
Hmm?
You can still play the original on the Xbox, right? Can't you?
Yeah, like the Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie became Xbox 360 games. Like
Okay, that's what I thought.
they remastered them and you can play them there. But like Banjo-Kazooie, like a rare game being on the Nintendo Switch Online thing, that's really cool.
They even oh shoot, hang on. Let's get rid of that. The fact that they even allowed it is awesome. I mean, I'm down for that.
Then Nintendo 64 was so dominated by rare games. Donkey Kong 64, Diddy Kong Racing, Perfect Dark. Like those were Nintendo 64. So
I remember
apparently Nintendo and Microsoft still have that kind of relationship where they're allowing rare stuff that was previously Nintendo to reappear here. So that's cool. To me, like the most exciting thing is Ocarina of Time, a game that I already replayed, having had to dust off my effing Wii to play Ocarina of Time again. Like,
and confirming that they're definitely bringing more, and then showing Majora's Mask, and it's like, this might be my opportunity to go check those out, because I tried playing Ocarina of Time on 3DS and I just couldn't. It gave me nausea. But
and it's technically a better version than the N64 version, but you'll get the chance to play them now as it seems that they're doing up-resing because they're including Mario 64 in this thing, and Mario 64 was in the Super Mario 3D All-Stars collection that they delisted because Mario died this year on March 31st, 2021.
That's true.
And but that's the thing,
lied to us.
Yes, no, but that's the thing. Like they did some HD up-resing to Mario 64, and they used that HD up-resing when they showed that there. So does that mean that all these N64 games are being passed through the whatever emulator they put to make them look a little cleaner? That'll be cool, because even though a lot of those games are gonna look hideous, I tell you, like Ocarina of Time is just gonna look abominable when you watch it. But it's such an amazing thing to finally have on the Switch, and to me that makes me excited because it's finally working up the ladder. We already had the Breath of the Wild with Skyward Sword was put out and put there. Now Ocarina of Time. Now Majora's.
Up as soon as they hit me with that
Wind Waker and
phase.
And that's the thing. We don't even need the game. You just release the stupid Wii U versions. Just do that, Nintendo. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm just thinking, like, considering now they're re-releasing all these games, they worked up through the Nintendo, Super Nintendo. Now they're on the 64, Sega Genesis. Like, they're theoretically going to kind of make their way through on some of their flagship titles, and even though the GameCube really hurt them financially, they had some of the greatest games on that thing.
Oh yes.
Gosh, if they just like put Rogue Squadron on that, oh my goodness. But anyway, the stuff that they can do with their hardware that we know they have, that they've proven that they had, they just need to sit down and make it.
That's the thing. Like, slowly Nintendo will stop blue balling us and giving us exactly what we want to fulfill our nostalgia. And then to me, just the idea of the Nintendo machine, the one to rule them all, that's been always my dream. Instead of like all this segmented garbage that I got going on with, to sell this here, I got this one over here, and it's like, no, you want them all. So we're slowly getting there. So anytime now, Wind Waker, anytime now. So I want to thank you everyone to tuning in to see our reactions here. And as a reminder, we are like the host of the X Bottom podcast, the show that starting next week is going to have a different format that will be a new section that's going to be something on Mondays, and then what we've been playing in a topic on Wednesdays. So very exciting stuff. Paul, it's been a pleasure. I'll see you next week. And remember,
press X
to play.
Adios, everyone.